Good morning, students. Today discuss Contemporary India 2 Social Science Geography Class 10 Chapter 1 and chapter name is Resources and Development Part 2 and today topic is Land and Soil Resources. Land resources. We live on the land surface and it is an important asset and we all perform our economic activities on land surface and we use it in different ways. Land is a natural resource. It supports natural vegetation, wildlife, human life, economic activities, transport and communication systems. 95% of our basic needs for food, shelter, and clothing are obtained from land surface. India has land under a variety of relief features, namely plains, mountains, plateaus, and islands. Number 1. In India, about 43% of the land area is plain, which provides facilities for agriculture and also industry. Number 2, about 30% of the land area is mountain, which ensure perennial flow of some rivers like Ganga, Brahmaputra, Indus, Yamuna, etc. and also provide facilities for tourism industry and ecological aspect. Number 3, about 27% of the land area is plateau. It provides minerals like iron ore, copper, aluminium, and fossil fuels like coal, petroleum, natural gas, and forest. Land utilization. Land resources are used for the following purposes. Number 1, forest. In 2019, about 24.56% land area under cover by forest in India. Number 2, land not available for cultivation. In this part, there are two subparts. Number 1, barren and wasteland. It means which cannot be used for cultivation is called barren and wasteland, such as rocky area, desert area, etc. Number 2, land of non-agricultural uses, that is buildings, roads, factories, etc. Number 3, other uncultivated land. In this part, there are three subparts. Number 1, permanent pasture and grazing land. Number 2, land under various tree crops garden. And number 3, cultivable wasteland. Cultivable wasteland means the land which is left uncultivated for more than 5 years is known as cultivable wasteland. Number 4, fallow lands. There are two subparts. Number 1, current fallow land. It means the land which is left uncultivated for 1 or less than 1 year is known as current fallow land. Other than current fallow land means the land which is left uncultivated for the past 1 to 5 years is called other than current fallow land. Number 5 and last, net sown area. The area where cultivated only once time in a year is known as net sown area. Gross crop area means its area sown more than once in a year plus net sown area. Land use pattern in India. In this picture, we see two pie diagram. These two pie diagram show two different years land use pattern of India. In 1960-61, forest area of India was about 18%, but in 2008-2009, forest area increased about 22%. Next, In the year 2008 and 2009, the land under permanent pasture and grazing land and also barren and unculturable wasteland also increased before the year 1960-61. In 2008-9, data show that net shown area increased before the year 1960 to 61. Next, land use pattern in India. Land use pattern is determined both by physical factors and human factors. Physical factors like topography, climatic condition, soil types, and human factors like population density, technological capability, and culture and tradition. Total geographical area of India is 3.28 million square kilometer. The net shown area varies greatly from one state to another state in India. 80% net shown area in Punjab and Haryana, but less than 10% net shown area in northeastern state like Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, Manipur, and also Andaman and Nicobar Islands. At present, forest area in the country is about 24%, but it's far lower than the desired 33% or one-third of geographical area. Land degradation. Land degradation means decrease in the quality of the land. It's a global problem largely related to agricultural use, deforestation, and climate change. At present, in India, there are about 130 million hectares of degraded land. Causes of land degradation in India are: number 1, deforestation due to mining. In states like Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, and Odisha, this type of land degradation maximum occur. Number 2, overgrazing. In states like Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, and Maharashtra, this is the main reason for land degradation. Number 3, in the states of Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, and West Bengal, over-irrigation is responsible for land degradation. And other some reasons are excessive use of fertilizer and pesticides. Excessive use of fertilizer and pesticides are causing an imbalance in the quantity of certain nutrients in the soil. Number 2, salination. It means increase in the concentration of soluble salts in the soil and its affect the land. Defective method of farming and natural forces like wind, glacier, and water actions, another some reasons for land degradation in India. Next, measures for conservation of land. There are many ways to control the problems of land degradation, and it's a major problem in India. So, some major steps are: number 1, afforestation and proper management of grazing. Number 2, planting of shelter belts of plants. Number 3, stabilization of sand dunes by growing thorny bushes in coastal and desert area. Number 4, proper management of wasteland. Number 5, control mining activities in the mining area. And number 6, proper discharge and disposal of industrial waste after treatment can reduce land degradation. Now discuss soil. The uppermost layer of the earth crust is known as soil. It is the most important renewable natural resource, and it is the medium of plant growth and supports different types of living organisms. The soil is a living system which supports different types of life forms on the earth. It takes millions of years to form soil up to a few centimeters in depth. Some important factors for the formation of soil are: number 1, relief features, means landforms on the earth. Number 2, parent rocks, means on which rock the soil is formed. Number 3, climate. Number 4, vegetation. Number 5, time. And last, other forms of life. Indian soils can be classified on the basis of color, thickness, texture, age, physical and chemical properties. Classification of soils in India. The soil of India classified into 6 types. Number 1, alluvial soils. Number 2, black soils. Number 3, red and yellow soils. Number 4, laterite soils. Number 5, arid soils. And number 6, forest soils. We see the picture where the different types of soils found in India. Next, classification of soils in India. First part, alluvial soil. Some characteristics of alluvial soils are: these soils are the most widely spread and important soil in India. Alluvial soils consist of various proportions of sand, silt and clay. It's found the entire northern plains like Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, Bihar, and in the eastern coastal plains, particularly in the deltas of the Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and the Kaveri river. These soils are very fertile. Regions of alluvial soils are intensively cultivated and densely populated. Next, according to the age, alluvial soils can be divided two parts, Bhangar and Khadar. Old alluvial soils are known as Bhangar. Bhangar soils are seen away from the river, and this soil has higher concentration of conker nodules than the Khadar. New alluvial soils are known as Khadar, and it's more fertile than Bhangar. Khadar soils are seen near the river valley, and it has more fine particles than Bhangar. Black soils. Second most important soils in India is black soils, and it's formed on the basalt lava rocks. Climatic conditions along with the parent rocks material are the important factors for the formation of black soil. These soils are black in color and are also known as regur soils. Black soil is ideal for growing cotton and is also known as black cotton soil. It's found the northwestern part of Deccan Plateau, that is Maharashtra, Gujarat, western part of Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. These soils are made up of extremely fine, that is clay material. And these soils are rich in soil nutrients such as calcium carbonate, magnesium, potash and lime. Third most important soil in India is red and yellow soils. These soils develop on crystalline igneous rocks in area of low rainfall in the eastern and southern parts of the Deccan Plateau. These soils are found in parts of Odisha, Chhattisgarh, northeastern parts of India and Western Ghat mountain range. These soils develop a reddish color due to diffusion of iron in crystalline and metamorphic rocks, and sometimes it looks yellow when it occurs in a hydrated form. Laterite soils. Laterite word has been derived from the Latin word later, which means brick. These soils develop in areas with high temperature and heavy rainfall. Humus content of the soil is low due to high temperature. These soils are mainly found in Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Madhya Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh and the hilly areas of Odisha and also Assam. These soils are very useful for growing tea and coffee. And these soils are suitable for cultivation with adequate doses of fertilizer. Number 5. Arid soils. Arid soils are formed red to brown in color. They are generally sandy in texture and saline in nature. Due to the dry climate and high temperature, evaporation is faster in this soil. These soils are mainly found in the desert area of Rajasthan, and proper irrigation these soils become cultivable. Number 6 and last, forest soils. These soils are found in the hilly and mountainous areas where sufficient rainforests are available. So, these soils are mainly found in the Himalayan mountain regions. The soil texture varies according to the mountain environment, and these soils are loamy and silty in the valley side and coarse-grained in the upper slopes. Soil erosion. What is soil erosion? The removal of the top soil cover and its washing down is described as soil erosion. Some causes of soil erosion are: number 1, human activities like deforestation for development of agriculture and other economic activities has caused the erosion of soil. Number 2, overgrazing. In the arid and semi-arid regions, constructional work and mining activities has also led to soil erosion. Number 3, the natural forces like wind, glacier and water also lead to soil erosion. And last, defective methods of farming is also another cause for soil erosion. There are 3 types of soil erosion. Number 1, gully erosion. Gully erosion means when the running water cuts through the clay soils and makes deep channels as gullies, and these channels are known as gullies, and erosion known as gully erosion. Number 2, sheet erosion. When the top soil is washed away due to heavy flow of water over large areas down a slope and is known as sheet erosion. In this process of erosion, top fertile soil is washed away and the soil becomes unfertile. Number 3, wind erosion. When the top fertile soil blows off due to the action of wind is known as wind erosion. This type of erosion maximum occur in the coastal and desert area where there are no vegetation cover. 2 important points is badland and ravines. What is badland? In the area of gully erosion, the land becomes unfit for cultivation and is known as badland. This type of badlands seen Garbeta in West Bengal. Ravines. In India, badlands are found in the Chambal river basin and such lands are called ravines. Here we see some pictures of gully erosion, sheet erosion, wind erosion, badland at Garbeta in West Bengal and ravines in Chambal river basin. Last, soil conservation. Soil conservation is the prevention of loss of the soil from erosion. Some steps of soil conservation are: number 1, afforestation, means plant the trees. Controlling the overgrazing, construction and mining activities are helpful to conserve of soil. Number 2, contour plugging. In hilly areas, plugging along the contour lines can reduce the flow of water down the slopes and is called contour plugging. This type of plugging we can see in the Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Darjeeling, Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh, in these states. Terrace cultivation or step farming. In hilly areas, steps can be cut out on the slopes and making terrace. This type of process can restrict erosion. Number 4. Strip cropping. When large fields can be divided into strips and strips of grasses are left to grow between the crops, and this breaks up the force of the wind and reduce the erosion. Number 5. Shelter belts. In desert and coastal area, trees are planted in rows and it breaks up the force of wind and restricts erosion. Here we see some pictures of contour plugging, terrace cultivation or step farming, strip cropping and shelter belts. Thank you.